Hi, this is Kathleen Deontiveros, and today we are going to be looking at how to make the pattern for this triangle multi-wear top. And I'm apologizing because I'm having to film this with my cell phone because I'm in the middle of moving and I have somehow managed to lose my camera. So we will redo the video at some point later. I have a piece of craft paper that I have used for my pattern, and the top, if you can see it, is 54 inches on the one that I made. Now if you are a extra small or small, you are not going to want it to be 54 inches long at the top. I am sure of that. This was done off of a large t-shirt, and so this is just the proportion, the way that I drafted it out, and I'll show you in a minute how I ended up with the 54 at the top. So the length right here of my craft paper is a width of 30 inches, and I drew a straight line on my paper and then I cut it, and I laid a t-shirt down on top of that, and the t-shirt is folded in half, and I tucked the sleeves in, and then I roughly marked where I wanted to have that armhole to be. So this is going to be the middle back where this line is at right here, the edge of the paper. This will be the fold of the fabric. So then I tried to decide how I was going to make sure it was going to be comfortable to wrap around, and what I did is I simply took the t-shirt and I opened it up so that I would have an idea, there's that armhole, of how wide I would want it to cover in the front. Because it's wrapping all the way across, I wanted to have full coverage. So that's how I determined the back was in half, and then when I opened it up, because I want it to wrap completely over the front and cross over each side, I did a full width of it. And then I just tapered the pattern all the way up to the point, and I made sure that I had this part right here was narrow enough that I would be able to make it tie into a knot comfortably without too much bulk. I didn't like it coming down in a straight point to a triangle. Let's see if I can get this angle here. So it's curved. You can certainly make yours in a triangle just like in the picture here. When I was drafting it out on the paper, I didn't like the look, so I changed it. So we've got 30 inches here going from the neck all the way down to my point. And then I did a width of 54. And this is doubled. So remember, this mark right here where you've got the 30, that's going to go on the fold. And you're going to want to mark that on your paper so you don't forget it. When you're doing the armhole, do not be tempted to do this really, big circle, because you're doing this on stretch fabric and it's going to stretch out really big. In fact, this might even be too big for the armhole. You could probably even get away with just doing like you would for a buttonhole, to zigzag it at the top and zigzag it at the bottom, and then do your straight down and then cut your slit. Could work that way just fine. So I apologize again for doing this on my cell phone, and I will make sure and film this again. I don't have fabric with me right now, or I would have cut one out in fabric for you to look at. We do have the picture online, so you can look at that again. If you have any questions, just go ahead and message me in group. Thank you. Bye-bye.